Welcome to our weekly health news update here at Al Jazeera English. I'm Fahim Mahim. The top story of the week is, of course, the upcoming Montreal World Health Organization conference, taking place from March 23rd to the 25th. This year's theme is refugee health. Officials at the MonWHO have stated that they hope that delegates will succeed in putting together a charter for refugee rights, which would be a first in the world of international institutions. From Beirut, we bring you Dr. Amar Fahadi, a senior fellow at the Center for Economic Understanding and Communication at the University of Beirut. Hello, Dr. Fahadi.
Hello, Fahim. It's good to be back.
We're always glad to have you, Doctor. So, what can you tell us about this conference? Is there any hope of achieving some kind of consensus?
Well, the topic of refugee rights is of course a controversial one. It once again pits the West against the rest of the world.
How so? Who could disagree that refugees deserve to have rights, especially those in the West who have imposed the system of universal human rights on the world?
A very good question, Fahim. The answer is simple. Although the West claims to protect human rights, what it truly aims to protect is the status quo. Thus, the protection of human rights extends only so far as to protect their own citizens, as well as to support the democratic movements that arise in other places, as we have seen this year.
What does that have to do with refugees?
Very little, which is precisely the issue at hand. Refugees are a special issue because they are victims of external forces, with no ability to advance their own agenda. Thus, they are unable to put pressure on governments to help them find a solution to their problems, and they must rely on benevolent NGOs, the media, and sometimes sympathetic governments to push the agenda for them.
So refugees have no bargaining position. What about the countries who host them? Shouldn't all governments support those who take on this type of burden?
What makes it difficult, especially in dealing with the West, is that refugees, especially ones who have been in camps for a long time, are not the educated professionals that the West craves for in its immigration policies. Thus, they have no incentive to help, because there is no benefit for them. Furthermore, by allowing many of the host countries to continue to host refugees for decades, the rich countries of the world maintain the current situation in which the poor countries must rely on aid and remain unable to compete economically.
Thank you, Dr. Fahadi. You have painted a grim picture, one that we only hope will be brightened at this conference. That's all for this week's update. We'll be back next week with more health-related news. And remember to follow our special coverage during the conference all weekend long. This is Fahim Mahim for Al Jazeera English. Good night and good luck.